You're tuning into the Health and Wellness Hour right here on the People Station with your favorite gerontologist, Dr. Macie Smith. We're keeping you connected with the most current and up-to-date information, as well as trending topics. All over the country, citizens are grappling with the fact that we have a growing number of food deserts. So much so, there has been a renewed interest in farming. And here to help us understand what is going on across the country and why the renewed interest in farming is South Carolina's Woman Farmer of the Year, Miss Bonita Clemons. Hey, Bonita, thank you for joining us today.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me today on this beautiful liquid sunshiny day.
I know, right? Look,
I
so
love it.
I'm seeing your moves. I'm seeing you doing so much with farming. And I'm going to be honest, I am intrigued by it. I'm excited about it because you look just like me. But that whole farming thing and getting your hands dirty, that just wasn't sexy to me until you started doing it. Do you see that there is a renewed interest in farming due to the food deserts? Or what do you see? What's happening with this whole farming culture, and where do women, especially Black women, fit into the fold?
Well, we fit into the fold because, we were unfortunately brought here. Some of us was brought here to do this work. There's a wonderful book called Black Rice that shows that Black women cultivated the rice, which made South Carolina a very, very, very rich state.
Oh,
Um, and the interest kind of for me came because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing myself complain about the cost of food and the chemicals that
oh,
are sprayed and the pesticides. And so I decided to do something about it. So I just started hanging with farmers, and that was in about 2010 or 11. But then also, when Michelle Obama got into office, she stirred up something in everyone's soul and they started to
yeah.
grow. But when COVID hit,
The school lunches was a big deal
yes,
for her.
yes. And she put a garden on the White House grounds.
Mm,
And but I saw a real big spike when COVID hit.
mm-hmm.
And people had the opportunity to see the breakdown in the food system because food is really a national security. We
Yeah.
import more food than we grow.
Oh, good point. Excellent point.
Yeah, if somebody wants to starve us, I don't want to be too
I know
negative
don't
here.
put that in the atmosphere, but girl, but I understand what you're saying.
I'm telling so I come from that end. I look at, behind the curtain what's really, really going on with food. And I said, well, I better start growing, and I'm gonna need some more growers because I'm gonna need more food. We're gonna need more food. So for me, I started the group because I
What's
saw
the
it
name
as a
of that group?
security.
Tell the listeners the name of that group.
The name of the group is Pharmacists, and
Mm-hmm.
it's spelled FARM, like farm, ACIS.
I love it.
Because we believe and we know that our food is our medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So we're growing our own medicine.
Mm, I love that.
Yeah, and our goal is to get 10,000. So imagine 10,000 women growing food. That's a new food system. And saving seeds. It's
Mm,
very important to save the seeds also.
okay.
Because when COVID hit, when I went to the stores, they cleared out all of the seeds. And I still don't understand what that was about. You
Okay.
could not buy seeds
Oh
at
wow.
Lowe's, Home Depot, or even Walmart. And again, I have not made that connection as to why they cleared all of the seeds, but it just made me, you know,
Say
put my seed
again.
saving on a higher level.
Well, Bonita, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back from break, I want you to tell us how we can start farming and growing our own fruits and vegetables. Because many people think you got to have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 acres, but I know you're gonna break that thing down for us and let us know, hey, you are not too small to just start. So we'll talk to you more about that when we come back. It's the People Station. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to the Health and Wellness Hour right here on the People Station. We have the South Carolina Woman Farmer of the Year, Bonita Clemons, joining us in the studio talking farming. So, Bonita, I don't have 4, 5 acres. I ain't even got 1 acre, but I am too concerned about the chemicals that are used on our fruits and on our vegetables, but I don't think I have a green thumb. How can I get started to be able to make a change and to do something about the quality of the food or the lack of in my community?
Okay, so first I tell people you don't need a lot of space. When people hear farm, they think thousands of acres, animals, and all of this. No, it has a new with new farmers these days,
Okay,
new growers.
farm. Yeah.
And I have people that say I don't have any land, I don't have any space. I say if you live somewhere, you have enough space
Mm-hmm.
to grow something.
Something.
Even if you just have a patio, if you have a front porch that's a small porch, start small. And I focus on small spaces because you don't leave enough. So let's take 2 pots. Let's do 3 pots and 3 tomato seeds and 3 cucumber seeds and some type of flour. You can produce enough cucumbers and tomatoes for at least 2 or 3 families.
What?
If you grow, if you just plant some cucumbers, it's going to be more than enough for you and your family. You're going to like, what am I going to do with all of this? So
Oh.
you can spend literally $2 and something on some seeds that can feed a nice sized community. Or you can go to the grocery store and get 1 cucumber for $2 for the same price that you can get it to feed. And what you need the most is what the body needs, which is water, some sunshine, but you got to start with good soil. If you got some good soil, you make sure you put the right amount of water and it gets some sunshine, you got some food.
Well, Bonita, speaking of good soil, so you said earlier about saving the seeds. I want to jump back to that too. What type of soil do you recommend to start, planting those seeds in a flower pot? And then what did you mean by saving the seeds? Is that saving the seeds from the vegetables that you buy from the store?
So to get soil, you can just go to the store and get potting soil.
Okay.
That'll work. But if you want to want to pay a little bit more, you can purchase some more expensive soil. They'll have organic soil, black cow, or you can make your own compost. I enjoy making my own soil.
How did I figure? I just knew you were gonna
I,
say that.
Let me tell you, I don't like food waste. I don't like wasting food. Those are 2 different things. So you can take, what people don't eat or things that we don't eat. Let me say something. We throw away more food than we eat in America.
Sure.
And I don't understand that. We have hungry people in South Carolina, but we throw away more food.
Mm.
So one of the things I do, I'm a food rescuer. That's another show.
It is. I'm writing it down. I've never heard of a food rescue. I like to
Yeah,
think I
you
have
know how
something
people
I can
rescue animals? You know how people
eat.
rescue animals?
Yeah.
Right? So I tell people who have conferences and banquets, because we have a new law in South Carolina, call me before you just put the food in the trash can because it's filling up our landfills. So
Oh.
I have seen caterers throw away food that no one has touched, has
Mm.
not been opened. Yesterday, Monday, I had someone call me and say, Bonita, we bought too much food for our luncheon. It's still in the trays. Can we bring it to you? I say, bring it on over.
Bonita, I'm gonna put a pin in that. We're gonna go to break, but when we come back, I want you to tell us how we can help you with your food rescuing because I never knew that there was somebody to call before we threw away food because you're right, we throw away a lot of food. We'll be
Okay.
right back. Welcome back. You're tuning into the Health and Wellness Hour right here on the People Station, and we are here chatting with the South Carolina Woman Farmer of the Year, Bonita Clemons, aka the Food Rescuer. Bonita, before we went to break, you were talking about how we could call you or we could develop a plan or something
Yeah.
to ensure that we're not wasting more food than we're ingesting. How do we do that? How do we get in contact with you, and why is it so important to do that?
Oh, it's so important because Mother Earth, we're just destroying her. We're mixing old food with trash, and again, they just putting it in the landfills. Remember a few years ago, we had this debate, this battle. People wanted to just come and dump everything in South Carolina. Well, we have to help ourselves. So I recycle. We need to, separate because the food waste can be used to make compost to make more soil.
Yes,
We
I
can
get
just
it.
keep turning it. We can recycle everything. And we need to do that for the health of our state and for the health of us in our future. And people, they can just email me or call me. That's what they do. They send me a text. We got some food. We have not touched it. Now, if they have touched it, then I just take it to the compost because
So,
we're making our own compost.
so Bonita, because you're only one person and you can't do
Yes.
it all. Everybody can't call you. Everybody can't email you. You
Right?
can't get in your car and drive all over South Carolina, which I see that you do that. But anyway, you can't do that. So what do we do? I have a dog. Well, my husband has a dog at the shop, so we send all the food to the dog. We don't throw away food. But for people who don't have an animal or a pet or something, what should they do? And they can't get in contact with you or don't expect you to drive to Myrtle Beach to
Yes.
get it. What and
Okay.
they do
I
their own.
don't have the number in front of me, but I put my hand on it today. There's an organization they can call DHEC. It's called Don't Waste SC,
Okay.
and they have a place where they can take it.
Don't waste SC, and we will
Yeah.
have this in the comment section of our YouTube page. So for those of you who want to come back and watch the video online, we'll have that link
Mm-hmm.
for you because I think it's very important that we contribute to the health of our community. How can people
Yes.
get in contact with you, Bonita?
They can call me. Sometimes I don't answer the phone, but I'll get back to you.
You putting it out there. What about your email? Or
Well,
are you
well,
gonna
I
put
say
some?
that, but I always get back to people. And so what I do is once a month, I have a call for the community. If they want to ask me some questions, they get once a month to ask me all the questions because I cannot get back to everybody. And I do have a team. I'm the first line, so I have the team. A lot of people, a lot of volunteers, a lot of people help me because I cannot do it all by myself. And I love that you said this is a health and wellness show. Like I have a monthly community forum at the old Sarah Nance building, which is now the Catherine Belfield Booker Washington Heights Community Cultural Arts Center.
Mhm.
Once a month, we have a health and wellness gathering there. And even though people see my face, it's not just me. I have a lot of people that help me to organize and to get that going. But they can call me at 803-479-2231. It's better to text me because I do get a lot of calls, but it's okay.
Okay, give that number one more time.
803-479-2231, and I can tell you where to take the food, or you can bring it to me, or we can make sure it gets to the proper place. And let's please stop throwing away food. So at all of my events, I always have food. Everybody has to make the agreement that they're not going to throw it away. Period.
They're not gonna
Take as
throw.
much as you want, but you got to eat it.
Gotta eat it or share it with someone
Or share it with
in
someone.
need.
Yeah, like this past week we had fresh okra, sweet potatoes. I had some sorbet and gelato that someone made freshly with all natural ingredients. Some of it was non-dairy, like the watermelon sorbet, and I had some hibiscus. So I always give things, but I want people to take their time and eat it and don't throw away and be mindful of that.
Well, I appreciate that. If we didn't have that on our mind before, you have brought it to our attention today. And I want to thank you so much for dropping by and sharing with our audience. And we're going to do what we can to help you with your food rescuing mission. You said you don't know if that's if you don't, you said you don't know if that's a thing. Well, that's a thing now.
The thing
Bonita,
now.
food rescuer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in to the Health and Wellness Hour. Got to shout out our sponsor, the Orangeburg Senior Helping Center. They're a program of all inclusive care for the elderly. 803-268-5301. That's 803-268-5301. If you're interested in learning more about the Health and Wellness Hour, or if you're interested in being a guest, WOCS937 at gmail.com. WOCS937 at gmail.com. It's the People Station.